So this is going to be a very crucial week for crypto. And no, this isn't, me exaggerating. This isn't me trying to get clicks or anything like that. What we're seeing now is a lot of short-term bullish trends actually converging with some longer-term bearish trends that we need to have a discussion about because Shiba Inu has been actually looking a little more bullish, at least over the last week, which is a great sign. But we have to remember that Shiba Inu is very heavily correlated with the crypto market, and this is going to probably dictate at least our direction for the near term. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yes, Shiba Inu has been showing strength. We've had conviction from holders, whales have been accumulating. These are very strong signs for Shib. Now you have to say that yesterday we did actually have a whale unload day. It was like 700 billion Shib. Again, it's very small compared to the 3.5 trillion that they picked up the day before that. So again, some short-term speculators and they made their profits, whatever, right? So right now, Shib is finding support and resistance here. It's bouncing around. It's trying to find its way. And while this is taking place, we're actually seeing some very good things on the charts. We have, in fact, climbed out of the oversold range in terms of the RSI. We've crossed a signal line. That's a very good sign. On the MACD, we are starting to flip more bullish in terms of momentum. We're about to cross the signal line there. So this is a very exciting sign for Shiba Inu. We are starting to move more in that bullish direction while the rest of the market is kind of lagging just a little bit per se. Again, Shib has been one of the better performers. It's been basically the best performer in terms of the top meme coins in the space. When we look at these daily charts here, Shiba Inu having some pretty good days here and really slowing down this drop across the market. All right. Now that being said, remember, Shiba Inu has a high correlation to BTC. It has a high correlation to sentiment in the market. So when things are good, Shib is usually good. When things are bad, Shib is usually bad, right? And what we're seeing right now is BTC is putzing around. It's not doing a whole lot. Look at this, guys. I don't know the last time I saw 3 straight daily doji candles in terms of BTC. That does not happen that often. And what that means is there's a lot of indecision in the market right now. And I'm not surprised because, again, we have some of these bullish short-term trends coming into they're converging with some of these longer term bearish trends. Now, when we're looking at BTC in general, we do have some hidden bullish divergence, which is a very good sign. Obviously, these lows here are in fact on the rise. On the RSI, these lows are on the drop. So that is a good sign for BTC from a short-term perspective. Now, that being said, on the weekly, actually a viewer pointed this out. Appreciate you for doing so. Can't remember your name, but I appreciate it nonetheless. What we're seeing on BTC from a longer-term perspective is actually some bearish divergence. Now, what we're seeing here is the BTC highs are in fact on the rise, while the highs on the RSI are on the drop. So this may indicate some bearish momentum moving forward. Now, again, this isn't a guarantee or anything like that. And in fact, even looking at this short-term weekly BTC here, we're looking at a little bit of hidden bullish divergence here. So again, it's kind of a question of, does these shorter term movements carry us into the next leg? All right. Now, in terms of this momentum for the MACD, we are starting to see bearish momentum take over in terms of BTC. We have a weekly candle here that is in fact red. We're starting to cross the signal line and understand that this could be overcome very quickly if BTC does in fact have a good week. We have seen BTC actually do this several times before, most recently actually in the summer here in 2023, where BTC was in fact seeing this bearish momentum take over, and we very quickly flipped this around and saw BTC kind of stabilize. And that's, I think, what we need is we need stability across the market. Now, what is important here as well is when we look at the total 3, so all assets outside of BTC and Ethereum, what we're seeing here is some hidden bullish divergence as well on the daily. So we again are seeing these bottoms on the rise. We're seeing the bottoms on the drop in terms of the RSI. So these are good signs. But again, when we look at the longer term trend, what we're seeing is some bearish divergence, right? So it's give and take. All right. The market is blah. This is why you're not seeing this capital re-enter the space. Really, it's why we're just kind of sitting here, right? In terms of USDT dominance, we're not doing a whole lot. It's because people don't want to make the wrong move. All right, even on the daily candles, in terms of USDT dominance, almost doji candles across the board there too. Nobody wants to make the wrong move here and get in if we're going to see some downside. No, or exactly right. Nobody wants to mess this up. Now that being said, this week we're going to probably get something that's going to move the market. And why I'm saying that is this week we have a CPI report. This is actually taking place on February 12th. So this is Wednesday. And while we're just kind of stuck and stalled out right now, this could be something that gives the market just a little bit of juice, just like we saw with the jobs report that took place this week that actually came on, gosh, what day was that? Friday. We saw obviously a nice surge to the upside, followed by some I don't want to say manipulation, but we saw some negative news that dropped us back to the downside. But this is kind of where Shib obviously started to extend and do its own thing. It's really a question of which sentiment takes over. We're kind of we're a little bit more on the bearish side right now in terms of sentiment. Again, the fear greed index sitting at 35, but we've seen times where this has changed very, very quickly. All right. So yes, this will be a crucial week for crypto. Yes, this CPI report will be a crucial report for crypto, and it may in fact dictate the direction moving forward here. Now, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. And understand that this is still just a blip in a long-term game. We're very close to the moment that the market historically begins to wake up. This is the month. Okay. People need to remember that February tends to be bullish, bullish, bullish. It doesn't mean price is bullish every single day, but from an overall market perspective, from an overall standpoint over the course of the month, things tend to be bullish. And I think right now, a lot of people are caught in like this short-term bearish sentiment, and they forget that we still have, almost 20 more days remaining in this month. So that's the way I would approach this. I'm approaching this with cautious optimism is, I guess, the best way to describe it. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you think takes over here? Do we get some of this long-term bearish sentiment flipping the market and moving it back down to the downside? Or do you think that we start seeing a little bit of push to the upside across the crypto market? What I will say, and I guess I really didn't get to talk about in this video, but I do want to mention briefly, is when we're looking at, and I think I talked about this earlier, every time in these market cycles, we have a total market cap breakout and a retest of the prior highs. And so what that means is right now we're at 3.1 trillion. Right down here is where that prior high was, about $3 trillion or so, just over that. We could theoretically see about a 3 to 5% bleed across the crypto market and still be bullish. And what that means in relation to Shiba Inu is we could see BTC drop by about that 2-3% or so. We could see Shiba Inu still drop about 10% and still be on the bullish side of things. And this isn't my positive spin or anything like that. It's just math. This is the way that things have worked in the past. And we'll see if this just continues to work out the exact same way in the future here. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think we're going to get here? But have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.